What's up, guys? DigiDustin here, and today let's talk about Omnimon's prices for a little bit. So everyone knows that the prices of the entire market is highly inflated. Boxes are selling for like 200 a piece, and all the super rares are pretty expensive, low end being at least $10. And this is just reflecting box prices for the most part. And we already knew that Omnimon was the most expensive. He was at around a stable 60, but recently after the tournament, I looked into selling my Omnimon deck because, well, I prefer more roguish play styles. I prefer more like intricate play styles that not only require more thought but also just do more all of the time. And honestly, the more your deck does, the less consistent it is, which is partially why Omnimon's so good. It does what it does and it does it well. But so looking into selling it, Omnimon has went up. Now he's at a slightly more consistent 70, but looking at the sold listings on eBay, he's generally going for 80 to 90. And one of the nice things about Omnimon Stack is that it's pretty much just Omnimon with no other super rares. You might run War Greymon, but generally the megas are Phoenixmon and Volcanic Dramon. And outside of that, it's pretty much just the trial deck. There's Phoenixmon, there's Terra, Destroyer, Gaia Force. I use Giga Blaster, not everyone does. There's the Greymons, which pass the security, so on and so forth. Most of this comes out of the trial deck, and the things that aren't in the trial deck are just, commons to rares. Very few rares, even. But with the trial decks being completely sold out everywhere, they're going for roughly $50 to $55 on eBay. And most of that price actually goes into the cards that go into the Omnimon deck. So you're looking at 2 trial decks plus 4 Omnimons. And high end, this is reaching $500 right now. Because there are Omnimons being sold that have hit $100 on eBay. And this isn't just like a one-time thing. You can see like 95 and stuff fairly consistently. And then the trial decks are being sold for 50 to 60 it's not, once again, a one-time thing. This is just where they're at right now. And I don't think most people running Omnimon would be running Omnimon if they knew it was $500. Like, there's a point where you want to play meta, but it's like, okay, I'll take a step back and play the next tier 1 deck while this one mellows out. But I'm not sure if Omnimon's gonna mellow out or if it's just gonna get worse, because everyone's like thinking that prices are going to go down come January when we're flooded with supply. However, it's pretty well known that the supply come January is also heavily short printed. And the reason for this, from what I've heard, is that the distributors had the same cutoff date for both January and the pre-sale for orders. So stores made their orders, and it would have been fine, even though it was kind of weird. But after that cutoff date, Bandai realized they didn't have enough product, so they ended up cutting the pre-sale orders from 72 boxes to 36 boxes for most stores. So most stores ended up getting half the pre-sale that they had planned on getting, and they didn't order as much for the January release because they expected to have double the product for pre-sale. And I also heard for some reason that trial decks aren't going to be coming with the January release. It sounds really odd to me, so I'm taking that with a grain of salt for now. But if trial decks are not released in January, Omnimon and anything that uses trial decks are going to get insane in cost. there is no reason that Trial Decks should not be released in January. If that ends up happening, that's going to make this game extremely inaccessible. Oh, in other news, with the box that I have been pulling from for the 22 days of Christmas, I have run out of Diaboromon packs, so now I'm just shuffling the remaining 3 kinds of packs. I think Omnimon packs are the next lowest on the list, but let's see what I get. Well, looks like he's going to be the next one to run out if this trend continues, but we'll see. Speaking of Omnimon, hopefully I pull an alt art. I haven't looked into the price for other decks, though. I don't know if they're getting as crazy as Omnimon, because they run more super rares, so it's possible that they are. I don't think so, though, because they don't run as many trial deck cards. So we got Agumon, Vilemon, Kabutimon. I am considering running purple. These past 2 days I have pulled 2 purple super rares, Piedmon and Lilithmon. So, and Lilithmon is just really fun. So we'll see how that goes if I actually do. And I do really enjoy Beelzemon's alt art so much that I kept him instead of selling him. Meledamon, Tapirmon. Granted, when 1.5 comes out, I'll be switching to Ceresmon most likely. Palamon. But there's also Force Feed Dramon and Imperial Dramon. There's a lot for me to switch to. Skullgreymon and Jokido. So, no hits today. That's fine. That means that they're just being saved for later. The real question is whether I'll have 9 hits or 8 hits, since this box had 23 packs in it instead of 24. Anyway, that's all for today. Until next time, guys, stay wholesome.